Good morning, y'all. I believe I did it right this time. I did not I did not turn the microphone off. So I'm not muted. Good morning. Come on in the studio at Two Girls Treasure and join me. I'm going to click into the Coffee and Create collection so that you can see all the goodness that we are going to work with in August. This is the second summer collection. And I'm going to have to scroll this. I'm just going to drag the camera on over. Y'all don't mind, do you? Pardon my face. But we're going to work with some Dewdrop Pond, and you know we'll have some salt wash in there. And I'm still working with the new stain tops. I love them. Have you worked with them yet? If you haven't, you should. We're going to work with a brayer, and we're going to use Sunset again. Going into the second summer, and Sunset is so important this time of the year because it's some of the most amazing colors and cloud formations. And we're going to work with Sunflower because we're not done with that one yet either. Elysium, oh, we're going to work with that. You can see over my shoulder here, we've been doing a lot of construction, so some of my projects are sitting waiting for attention. So I still haven't put the Elysium transfer set on that chest. That's why you haven't seen it yet. Now, Pennsylvania Folk, I'm going to stick with this one for a few more minutes because I've got some reasons. I've got some thoughts going on in my head. So we're going to get back to that one. Gregory's Catalog. That's a paint inlay. Have you looked at that? Click in, if you're watching on the website, click in through the live shopping tab and click that interactive mode. Take a look at Gregory's Catalog. I think it is ideal for this time of the year. We're harvesting and we're getting ready to plant again. Well, what better time to look at a seed catalog than right now? I don't know, but I think it's good. Barn Door, because Barn Door, it is the richest red. Perfect epitome of a barn. And of course, we're going to work with the sunflowers. And sunflowers, have you seen red sunflowers? They look like Barn Door. And rural scenes, I'm not quite through with this one yet either, so we're going to work with that. Monarch and butterflies, molds and stamps. I'm sure I'll have more, but that is just a good start to our second summer. There it is. Our second summer Coffee and Create. Join us Tuesday mornings right here live. You can watch and shop on our website. You can replay on Facebook and YouTube anytime. And if you want to come to the studio and you want to do a crafty project just like Taylor did with her Highland cow, well, sign up for Smalls on Saturday. You can do the Highland cow kit, the hound dog, the cute little pig. Look, he's already got a sunflower. Or you can do the rooster. We have all of these kits available. The first session of the Smalls studio sessions with these planters is to paint them. They are right behind me, right here. They're all unassembled kits. We will seal the raw wood because you need to seal raw wood before you paint. So we'll do that and then we'll paint them. If you want to take the second studio session, hey Paula, good morning. Well, all you have to do to take the second studio session is take a lunch break and come back. If you can't stay for the same time period on that same day, it's okay. We have other dates scheduled throughout the month. We are focusing strictly on these kits this month for our studio sessions because we're still trying to do construction. Look behind me. You cannot see all the way to the wall, but when you do, it is going to look amazing. Good morning, Lynette. I did some of your favorite things the weekend, getting ready for today. I stamped. I know you have most every stamp we have created, that Iron Orchid Designs has created, but I worked with some of our fall favorites. This is Sunflower. This is a 2-sheet set. This has giant sunflowers in it, and this is so handy this time of the year. So we're working with Sunflower, and you can purchase that on the website or you can purchase it in person. Now, this one is limited edition. I, 2 years ago, purchased as much as I could because pumpkins are a real thing, and we're at the farmer's market where we have pumpkins coming up, and the Fall Flower Show and the Family Harvest Festival, and we need pumpkins and lots of them. And we need more than just this, but that's a whole other conversation. This is Fruitful Harvest, and we do have these in stock. This comes with the mask set, and I'll show you why that's important to us. This is Chrysanthemums. This is also a 2-sheet set. I did not intend to pick the most expensive stamp sets, y'all. I intended to pick the best stamp sets for our second summer. So this is Chrysanthemums because you know you're going to have some, you know you want to stamp some, and you know you want to paint them. Were you here when we did the tie-dye? This is my tie-dye. It is done with Rethunk Junk paint. There was no stamping involved here, although I could totally come in and stamp over the top of these colors. But today we're going to do it just the opposite. I did the stamping first, then we're going to do the colors, and I'll show you how. So let me see if I can show you the full visual because I won't be able to show it to you in full on the table. We're missing one of our cameras, so that's a challenge, and we're going to work past that particular challenge here. Look at all those butterflies. I stamped all those butterflies on a flour sack towel. I also did this one. Now I love this. I love sunflowers, and I double stamped this. I don't know if you can see it on the close-up, but I'll show you when we unfold everything on the table because I did the corners and the center of this. And then here is our duck cloth or our canvas envelope pillowcase with pumpkins and a sunflower and all of the goodness that you get when you stamp with pumpkins and sunflowers and the little stems. And let me show you, when you look at the pumpkin and the sunflower, you see how the sunflower is totally behind the pumpkin, and all of those vines and leaves are behind the pumpkins? That's where masking comes in. So I laid down the large pumpkin first, and then I put my mask over that. I stamped my small pumpkins to the side. I'll show you again. And then I masked those and stamped around those. So nothing lays over the top of anything else. And those are all clean images. And I'll show you what we're gonna do next. Now I'm gonna have to turn the camera down so you can see because we're only working with one camera. Drink your water today. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. Let me tip this down so you can see what we're working on. There we go. Let's see if I turn it just right. Okay, that should work. That should work. Let's see. Okay. So it's beautiful. It's lovely. I think it needs color. And once something's stamped, well, how do you color it in? I'm so glad you asked. Let me show you, because this is a lot of fun. I really want to start with the sunflower. I really want to start with the butterflies. I really want to start with all of them. Let's start right here. Let's start with this sunflower. See, I did the corners, and on this corner I put a bumblebee. I did this corner and put a butterfly. And then on the other two corners, I did the same. I put a bumblebee here, and I put a butterfly here. Now, we all know that you can paint fabric with Rethunk Junk paint, but what if you want to watercolor the fabric? Well, you can do that too. Let me show you how. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab a piece of acetate. Bear with me for just a moment, because we need something underneath the stamped fabric. And we need something underneath the stamped fabric so that when we put our, let's get this off of here, and I'll use this. When we put our paint dyes down, we want it to stay in the fabric. And I'm not really worried if it gets on the table. This is the RTJ Finishes, Rethunk Junk Finishes, countertop and backsplash paint. It's beautiful. And it'll wash off. But I want the material to stay in the fabric. So I'm gonna put the acetate down, and I'm going to take my Rethunk Junk Marigold. This is a beautiful color, Marigold. So we're gonna take the Marigold and a brand new container of Marigold. Look how beautiful that is. It's so pretty. It's so, so pretty. And we are going to put that in our container of water. This is just a little squirt bottle. It's got a little cap on it. I washed them out, but it's stained inside. It's okay. I should have let Charlotte wash them the day that she said, "Miss Diane, do you want me to wash those out?" I should have said, "Sure, Charlotte," because those are gonna need it. But y'all don't tell her I said that. I'm grabbing paper towels, because even though I have my wipes over here handy, I want something dry I can work with. So I'll put that right there. And I'm gonna grab a small paintbrush, and I will take my Marigold. Doesn't that look fun? And I'm just gonna put some Marigold in the container. Now normally I would use a spoon to do this, y'all. But since we are discombobulated and under construction, my spoons are not where I want them. So it's okay. We will improvise and use what we have at hand, like a good crafter. Like a good crafter. There we go. All right. Put that down in that container, and I'm going to cap this. It is a brand new container, so I've got to write my two girls treasure and my date on here. That's important to me. How long does your paint last you? Mine, I have found as long as I take good care of it, it lasts a long time. I'm going to shake this up really well. And here's where the paper towel comes in handy. Just in case your container leaks, use a paper towel to catch the drips so it doesn't get where you don't want it. All right, and just uncap it. The more open it is, the more that will come out. I don't want it to come out quickly. Let's daub it on a test piece first. That's what I want. That's what I want. And you can see where I double stamped it. I stamped my turmeric, and then I stamped a custom green over the top of it. And I wanted that double layer. I wanted just a little bit of effect. You can stamp it once. You can stamp it with black if you want to. That's what I didn't want. Now I'm just gonna take my paintbrush and we'll just watercolor this in. Just like that. Just a little bit of paint. I didn't mean to spill so much. And see how it comes out the back? It might even do me to put down a paper towel underneath it. Let's try that and see what comes of that. I want to spread it really well because I want to end the fibers. And once this dries, it won't be harsh, it won't be crunchy because it's watered down. And once this dries and it washes, will it fade? No, it really won't fade. There we go. I'm gonna do all of these sunflowers in marigold color. Isn't that crazy? But this is such a rich color. And I have sunflower. It's such a light color. I want the rich tone of this color for these sunflowers. When I get ready to do the pumpkins and sunflower, I think I'm gonna use my barn door. Now, I spilled right outside the lines, but because I'm watercoloring, I'm just gonna make it look like I meant to, and I'm gonna pull my yellow out a little bit. Those are green. We'll just come on around with all of the petals. There we go. And let's just watercolor them in. My Mr. bottle, that actually smells like prep. Here's my water. No, since last week I have still not marked my bottles. There's my water. That's what I'm looking for. You know, that would require me to grab a pen and at the same time I have hold of the water bottle. Y'all, we've been so busy. If you haven't been to Two Girls Treasure yet and you come in right now, well, it's still organized in most of the ways we keep things organized, but I'll tell you what, we have made some kind of mess here. Now I'm gonna spritz the fabric all the way around the sunflower. I want a little bit of watercolor effect around it. I know I drizzled where it was a mistake, but I like it. So I'll just daub it onto my paintbrush. And we'll just go around. You do yours however you love, and don't let anyone tell you that you're wrong. You do it how you love it, okay? Do it how you love it. Look how pretty that is. This is a flour sack towel. Here comes our train. And this flour sack towel will probably be a gift for Christmas or for fall season. These make wonderful teacher gifts, absolutely wonderful teacher gifts. There we go. I'm gonna take my, this is hazelnut. This is my Rethunk Junk hazelnut. And I'm gonna use this color for my center. Now I've already sprayed around the outside edge. I'm gonna spray the center because I didn't do a bottle of hazelnut. So you don't have to do them in the water bottles. The water bottles are helpful, but you can actually just dampen your fabric. Put your paint on your brush and you can just paint that in. We haven't lost a thing here. We haven't lost our definition from our stamp. I want to water that in because I don't want it harsh. I want it nice and light. But we haven't lost any of our definition from our stamp. I'm going to tamp some hazelnut right across the edges of those petals right there. Here we go. Look how simple and easy and beautiful you can make your piece. Now, I'm going to set that down. I'm going to leave my bumblebee alone. I'm going to focus on my sunflowers because that was lovely and that was easy. You can do this, right? You can do this. Stamp it, let it sit overnight. You want the ink to dry into your fiber. You want your ink to dry into the fiber. So let it dry in. Let me turn that down. There we go. And then come back in. You can use water bottles with a little bit of color and extra water because you don't want it heavy. And you can also water your fabric and paint it in just like we just did the center. I like it out of the bottle better. What do you think? Let's do this again. All right. I'm gonna get a dry paper towel. This one's pretty saturated. Let's just lay one down. Let's get the center piece in here. Oh, I love this. I have leaves on the outside edge. Those are those nice curly leaves that you see coming down the stem. And then I have this beautiful image in the center. Let's go ahead and let's mist this one in. There we go. Oh, that's nice and damp. All right. We've got company coming in the house. There we go. So I know I haven't announced it yet, sort of, but not totally. Today is the first day we are open back up at 8 a.m. Charlotte and I got up super duper early this morning because I know some of you have wanted us to be open more, and we want to be open more. It just took a little bit of doing to get it done, but we are going to be open full on market hours now. You will find us here Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. So if you want to come to a studio session, all you have to do is check for August, check the studio sessions on our website or call and ask and we'll tell you what dates we're available. We're still working on a limited schedule in August. And for August, we do ask that you make your reservations to come in. That way I can stop whatever I'm doing. Taylor can make sure she's here and we can do a project just like this with you. Make sure you make your reservation. And there you go. We want water on that. I think I'm going to get a different brush. Let me just water that one. And then we'll move forward. We'll move forward from there. But for August, we just ask that you check the calendar or give us a call and make sure of the days and the times that you and we can coordinate. We're still moving a lot of pieces, getting ready to put the walls in, and we'll have a door. This is so exciting. We still have a lot of work to do. But if you want to do a stamped painted textile, you are welcome to work on this in our studio session time. This is, I love this, and this is so relaxing. It is like water painting, watercolor painting, but it's just on fabric with rethunk junk. So there, we do have some differences, a little bit of difference, not a lot. But how fun to make gifts. How simple and easy is this kind of gift? Now when I get to the pumpkins, which I'm excited about, I'm gonna use barn door. I have it right there because I want to do a red sunflower. I think those are amazingly beautiful, and I want them in my life. Here we go. A little bit of water helps spread the paint out, helps move it around. Now after this dries, I'll probably let it dry for 24 hours, and then I will most likely heat set it. You love this, Lynette? See, I knew this would be right up your alley. This makes such a simple, easy, beautiful handmade gift. You can stamp the fabric and give the colors to the kids and let the kids go to town. These would make amazing teacher gifts. And it's back to school around here. Cynthia, when do y'all go back to school? Or did you go back to school already? Did I see your young'uns in back to school pictures? I saw the cousins. And yeah, it's almost back to school time, y'all. It is back to school time. It's back to school. Look how easy. And now we have a flour sack towel, a dish towel that we can gift to a teacher or a friend, or we can keep it for ourselves. We can. I love dish towels like this. I love my flour sack towels because they just simply work. I have flour sack towels that I stamped with Iron Orchid Designs inks probably 3-4 years ago, and I wash them, I bleach them constantly, and they still look amazing. There we go. Just a little extra color on the leaf. And when you damp the fabric before you paint, before you add the paint color to it, it just helps it move. You don't have to. I wanted a little bit softer color here, so dampening the fabric gave me that little bit of soft color. I love this. Are you loving it? Throw some hearts out there if you love dyeing textiles with rethunk junk paint. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Not yet, you go Thursday. Okay, we go back next. We start on Monday with registration. And then we have to go on Wednesday. All right, I'm gonna move this for just a minute. This is Fall River. Everybody remember this? Fall River. Peacock Feather and Farmhouse Navy. I love this color. I used it the other day when we did the planter tutorial because I wanted my rooster all French country and farmhouse and all the things. Look at that. Look how beautiful that color is. So I'm gonna set the lid to the side. I'm gonna grab one of my bottles of water and I'm gonna grab a paintbrush. And for this one, I'm gonna grab a loose paintbrush. Now let me get down in here. There we go. All right. And I'm gonna put some Fall River in my water. There we go. How are we doing on time? We're perfect. It's only 9:30. It's 9:30. Two Girls Treasure has been open for an hour and a half. All right, I think that's enough paint. So I'm gonna set that down. I'm gonna move that out of the way. And I'm gonna cap this and very carefully shake it up. All right. Now, I've had this vision in my head ever since I started stamping this. Oh, they're weed eating right outside the window. How about that? I mean, like literally right beside where I am. Okay. That's lovely. They'll be done in a minute. They'll be done in a minute. I'm thankful that they're out there weed eating. I am. All right, let me spray around the edge of my sunflower. This is my El Cheapo, still working. I should not disparage it, but this is my El Cheapo spray water bottle. It's not the kind I love, but I'm learning to love it. I at least sort of like it, and it does a job. It does a job. All right, my paintbrush, my Fall River, and my sunflower, because I need some sky here. I need some blue sky. All around my sunflower. And this, see, the most fun about this part is that this is just literal watercolor, no definition, no rules. Throw caution to the wind, put the blue in where you want it. But I wanted that rich second summer finish. And that requires rich blue skies. You can also use this, FYI, to correct color mistakes. If you've spilled ink or you got ink where you didn't intend for it to be while you were doing this, you can use this technique to cover those spots up and nobody is judging you. No judgment, because I'm doing it too. But no rules. There's no rules. And we will have amazing blue skies all around our sunflower to highlight the beauty of our sunflower. Now, I'm not going to do the whole towel. Don't panic. I'm not going to do the whole thing. You can if you want to. Look at my t-shirt. It will absolutely work. It will absolutely work. And it's watered down paint, so you're not using a lot of product. This is a very inexpensive DIY. This is something you can do with the kids anytime. This is something you can do anytime. I'm sure you have people you want to gift to, including yourself. If you want a beautiful set of fall towels, this is the way to go. I'm gonna water that up real well. I want that blue sky to spread out and fill in. Here we go. It's okay if it runs over into another color. That's what watercolor is all about. But this will dye your fabric. And once it sits, I'd give it a good 24 hours. I would heat set it either in the dryer or with an iron. I used every bit of that. Just let it dry. Just let it dry. I'll do the corners after this is dry, but look how amazing and beautiful that is. I love how it came to life. I'm gonna lay this over here to dry. I've got a rack right here behind me. And I'll just set that right here to dry. Oh, that's so pretty. So pretty. There we go. Look at the mess I made. But you know what? It's all on the acetate. It wipes right up. So if you do have the kids or you have company or you want to do multiples, grab a plastic tablecloth. Just one of the little inexpensive plastic tablecloths. Just grab one and lay it down over your tabletop. Now I'm going to grab more paper towels because clearly I need them. So we will lay that over to the side, and I'll lay a fresh one down. A little bit of moisture on the table, it's okay. Although I do want to clean it up. I do want to just clean it up. I really, before we run out of time today, I really want to get to this. Now, this is going to be different. This will be a little bit different because this is an envelope pillowcase, so I'm going to want to put something inside here. I don't want the paint all the way through from the front to the back. So the thing to do here, I will wipe the table dry. Oh, it's stuck. There we go. I will wipe the table dry for this, and I will wipe my acetate dry. It's going to get wet again inside the pillow cover. But take your acetate sheet that comes with your stamp sets or your thin mount, and you want to put it inside the pillow cover. And let's make sure, that's right, all of our stamps are down here. That plastic will keep the paint from bleeding through to this side. So we'll be cautious in what we do here. I love that, but it needs color. So let's give it some color. There we go. All right, I am going to grab hold of my sunset. This is our Rethunk Junk sunset. Caught it. I don't have the table wheels locked. How did I do that? There we go. There we go. Oh, I know what the problem is. I'm leaning too far forward. Not enough stability there. And it's just not gonna cooperate with me. Why? Only because I need it to cooperate. There we go. Let's see if that'll hold. Okay, let's try this again. Woo! Tragedy averted. Mayday, mayday. I'm gonna come over here, pop this open. I wanna be real careful. I don't wanna get any on my pumpkins. And I'm glad I moved because I got it on the table. Messy child, messy child. All right, let me grab a paintbrush. Got 500 of them. You'd think it wouldn't be that hard. And let me put some sunset in my container. There we go. I want a nice rich orangey finish for my pumpkins. So I'll tamp that off, set it to the side. Let's cap this and that. I'll shake this up. Oh, I got it everywhere. I got it everywhere. Sure did. Let me grab an alcohol wipe. Let's get that off of here because I don't want this speckled. I may have to put some blue sky on here now. Oh, Lordy, did y'all see that happen? I did that. I sure did. These alcohol wipes clean it right up. As long as it's wet, it cleans it right up. Just rub that on out. Might not take 100% of it out. It usually does, but I can put some blue sky in there. There we go. All right, let's cover this up while we shake it up. That one didn't want to close up. There we go. Shake it over here. Lord of mercy, making a mess. All right, let's do some pumpkins. Pumpkins. I hear the doors opening and closing a lot. I hope we have company. There we go. Soon and very soon, you'll be able to come sit while we are live doing Coffee and Create. And you can make your own pumpkins. Yes. There we go. A bit around the edge there. I'm going to stick with my orange pumpkins. I'm a traditionalist. I know there's all kinds of colors of pumpkins and gourds. I like the orange ones. I still like the orange ones. Let's run that in. Could you do this? I believe you can. Stamp your fabric. Let it set. You want your ink to settle into the fabric, and then once your ink has settled and it's dried in, mix your paint color in your water. I got these little bottles at the dollar store, and just mix. Put your water in, put some paint in, as rich a color as you want, as light a color as you want. And color in your pumpkins. You won't lose the definition from the stamps. I'm going to go around the edges here. You won't lose your definition from the stamp. You're watercoloring it in. You're dyeing the fabric. And because Rethunk Junk Paint is a water-based product, it's a perfect blend. There's no residue, there's nothing chalky in here. I don't even know that you could do this with a chalk-based paint. You can do this with Rethunk Junk though. And this is why we use and sell Rethunk Junk. This is our everything we do paint. It is our stain, it is our glaze, it's our decoupage, it's our paint, it's our stain, it's our watercolor. It's non-toxic, soap and water cleanup, kid-friendly, and amazing. Amazing. I love it. What do you think? Hey, honey. My honey bun is watching. All right. You like that? This is what I was living for. I told him I couldn't wait to do this. And I showed him the stamped fabric with nothing on it. Now I'm going to take my barn door. Been living for this one too. So I've got another bottle of water. I'm going to dump a little bit of the water out because I don't need quite that much. I'm only doing this one. Of course, now I'm going to have to do more because I'm going to be obsessed with the way these look. Perfect for your fall decor, perfect for your teacher gifts, perfect for your family and your friends if you're gifting items. And if you have a craft fair, or if you're flipping furniture and you're flipping pieces and you're looking for craft fair items to do to make yourself a little bit of extra coin, here you go. Here's one. I'm going to shake this up away from my fabric. There we go. Oh, that's going to be so pretty on that sunflower. Look how beautiful. I still have paint to mix up. Shake some more. My mercy. All right. All of it didn't mix. It's okay. I've got a nice rich, there, I got it that time. I've got a nice rich barn red. Let me watercolor that in. And if you have been here and you have seen the walls moved, or if you're coming because you can't wait to see the mess that we've made, drop Scott a thank you. We are so thankful for all of his help lately, because there are some things that we could not have done without him, like moving the walls. He knows we would have tried, though. We would have tried. But thank you, my sweet love, for being there for us and helping us. This is one of our dream things, and he's here to help make our dreams come true, and that is so special. Oh, I love how it spreads the paint when you watercolor mist it over again. Look at that. Did you see that paint spread? That's so cool. All right, let me do this. I'm gonna tip my ends of my petals in and catch the ones I didn't. Oh, I love how that spread. That's so beautiful. And it gave that amazing watercolor effect all the way around the flower. I love that. All right, a little bit of richer color because I had the paint on this brush. I love it, love it, love it. I love the red. I love the red sunflowers. Well, let's go in here with our brown for our center. This is our hazelnut. You can use semi-sweet here. I just chose to use a little bit lighter brown. I like the finish that hazelnut gives. So I just wanted to use the hazelnut in here on the centers of my sunflowers. So I'll water those, tamp it a little bit. I could even add some back. But I love how the watercoloring lightens it. And, oh, I just love the way this looks. Let me see if I have my green back here. Of course I do. All the colors, all the things. This is our Cloverfield. This is a great color. Jamie, thanks. Oh, if you get a chance to watch the replay, we are dyeing the fabric with watered down Rethunk Junk paint. We stamped it and let it set, let the ink soak into the fibers. And now we are just using our water bottles and our Rethunk Junk paint product, and we are creating a watercolor finish on our textile. My green is stuck. Hey, Lauren. Wait a minute, you're at school. What are you doing? What time is it? It's 9:53. I'm gonna do the stems and leaves of the pumpkins real quick before we go today. I have so many miles to go before I sleep today. Let me put some green in here. And I'll tell you what I'm gonna do, and don't freak out when I do it. I'm gonna take my Cloverfield and I'm going to take some of my hazelnut. Just an extra little tap of hazelnut in there, because I'm gonna turn my green more of a pumpkin vine green. And Cloverfield, as amazingly beautiful as it is just a little bit too bright. Too bright for the pumpkin. So mix your colors up. Shake them up. Shake them really well. We saw with the barn door, it took a little bit of extra. What do you think? Should I put some blue skies around this? You don't start back until Thursday too? Okay. All right, so you're not skipping school. You're not decorating your classroom either, and I know you're supposed to be. So should I put some blue skies around this like I did around the sunflower in the center? Love this. I love the finish on here. And you see how the hazelnut just toned that Cloverfield down into a nice stemmy, leafy green, fit for the fall. Here we go. And Jamie, because you didn't catch it, I actually have a piece of acetate underneath this inside the pillow cover. That way I'm protecting the back of the pillow cover from the paint. Hopefully I did that all the way across, right? I can't feel the end of it, so I might have some on there. It's okay if I do. I'll just stamp the back of it. A little bit on the stems. A little bit on the stems. Just like that. All right, what about those blue skies? To do the blue skies, or, oh, you're at the beach. You're at the beach. I don't even want to talk. I don't even want to talk at the beach. I'm over here doing pumpkins. How about the blue skies? Should I put some in, or should I just leave it alone? Sometimes enough is enough, but sometimes that extra, though, is just right. A little bit of lighter green in here. It'll be okay. That darker green is going to take over. What do you think? Blue skies or no? Okay, you know what? I'll say no right now, and I'll tell you why. My acetate is down here. Yep, it's right here. Oh, it goes all the way up to here. I so could do blue skies. All right. 3 minutes, blue skies or no? I'm down for blue sky. Can't do it, I used all my blue. It's okay, we can do it later. I'm sure I'll have plenty of playtime. Right, Scott? Nothing else to do. Look how beautiful, y'all. Look how amazing. Personalized, colored the way you want. Ready to decorate your life. I'm gonna turn this back up. There we go. Shoo! Can you do this? Of course you can. Join us for a studio session. I'll throw this on the website if you want to do. I've got my one drying right there. I'm going to hang this one to dry. I love this. Look how pretty. I did get a little bit on the back. It's where the acetate didn't cover. It'll be okay. I'll move it over, and next time I'll put a bigger piece in. It won't be a problem. I hope you had fun today. I had a really great time. Thank you for being here and indulging me in my vivid imagination. I just knew this would look like this. I may have to put the blue skies in. I just might have to put the blue skies. All right. studio sessions with our planter kits. And these are big planter kits. Look at this smile on her face. She's gonna kill me. Highland cows, hound dogs, little piggies, and roosters. Yes, all the things for the second coming of summer. That's what we started with this morning. That's what this used to look like. That's how we started, Jamie. And this is how we end. I'm Diane at Two Girls Treasure, and I thank you so much for being here today. Thanks, Sharon. Y'all stop by the store. We are still cleaning up our mess. We will have the studio open on a limited basis, but of course you can come by and do a project kit. Of course you can. Stop by and see us anytime at Two Girls Treasure. We are now open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. Thanks, y'all. Have a